Alright guys, what's going on with you? Hey, this is going to kind of seem pretty redundant for those of you that are familiar with this, but I've actually had this asked of me a few times, so I just want to kind of do a quick little video about getting your paperwork. Somebody asked, how do I get the paperwork from the broker or from my dispatch, or, you know, as far as the paperwork that you might see in the videos. Those are BOLs, Bill of Lading, and those are normally gotten from the shipper. Every so often, the dispatch or broker might email you paperwork that's needed, and then you'll have to have it printed out and have it in hand when you pick up the freight. But the majority of the time, the bill of lading or packing slip or whatever is going to work as far as paperwork showing that you picked it up at one location, you're delivering it to another location, and what the freight is. As I said, you'll normally get that from the shipper. Also, every once in a while, it's good to have blank BOLs on you, which you can purchase at the truck stop or Office Max or Walmart. I think Walmart. Don't quote me on that one. I forget where I got mine exactly offhand. But you can get blank BOLs to have handy. That way, if a shipper doesn't have paperwork, because there have been times you show up to the shipper and they're like, you got some paperwork for me? It's like, no. Usually we get the paperwork from you. And if they don't have anything, they don't have a packing slip, all they have is an email or something, just go ahead and write up a BOL. As I said, you have to have on there where you're picking it up from, where it's delivering to, the address and everything, a list of what the freight is. You want like a description, a basic description, or, you know, the more details you have, the better. You want to have the weight, the piece count, all of those things on there. And the bill of lading is going to have some kind of number on there, whether it be a bill of lading number, noting what that load number, you know, that paperwork is in reference to the freight that you're hauling. There may be like a load ID, a reference number, a pro number. There's always going to be some kind of number on your paperwork so that they know that, hey, when you put that information into your app, because when you put the information into your app, it's asking for a bill of lading number, it's asking for a piece count and a weight, and then there's notes in there to put any kind of added notes if you need to into the app. So you want to have the number that's on that BOL is also the number that you're entering into your app. That way everybody knows, hey, all these things, you know, are all tied together with the same load. So to recap, the paperwork is usually handed to you by the shipper. Sometimes it's emailed to you to where you have to print it out from the dispatcher broker, and then sometimes you may have to write up your own handwritten BOLs. So that is how you get the paperwork. And then when you're done, you have the receiving end. You have somebody there, which is referred to as the POD, point of delivery. And you have somebody, it's usually the tow motor driver. They usually sign off on to your paperwork, onto the bill of lading, and that's your signature saying that, hey, this is the person that took the freight, that received the freight, and you're going to need that on your paperwork if you expect to get paid. Or if you're going through a dispatcher broker, they're going to want that name on there so that they can pay you, or so that they can get paid so that they can pay you. So either way it goes, you need that signature on the point of delivery end, the receiving end. And then once you're done with all that paperwork, most of the time, for us personally, it goes through an app. Basically, take a photocopy of it, enter it into the app, enter the name into the app, that gets sent in. Now dispatch has all that. If you're doing this independently, you use some kind of scanning app, which is usually Cam Scanner is what I've used in the past, which again, you're taking a photocopy of the paperwork, you're sending it in via email to the broker, or, you know, if any of you that are doing factoring, you know, you're sending it into the factoring company to get your money. So hopefully that clarified some things for some of you that have the questions about paperwork. If not, well, ask me some more questions and I'll try to use you more. Who knows?